Server review. Hello everyone, welcome to Life in the Tech House. And we have a server. Yeah, I don't think I need to explain this any further. But I will explain it further anyways, because you guys probably have no idea what this thing is, nor have you ever seen this. This is the hewlett-packard Proliant Microserver from 2010, I guess. Yeah, this thing is a very small and contained server, like full-on server with a key lock and everything. And if you read the title before even clicking on this video, which I'm hoping you did, we're going to be installing a RAID system on this computer. Now, let me just boot it up real quick just to show you what I have here. Or will I? Huh, this worked last time I tried it. Something loose back here. Okay, loose cable. Okay, maybe it's starting up now. I don't know. Nope, your hard drive clicking. I do not see what could be wrong with this computer yet. Because last time I tried it, it worked flawlessly. Can I shut it down, at least? Okay, let's just unplug it. Alright. Smoke test, phase 2. Start HP. Comes out. Well, I guess we're having technical difficulties here. Getting a screen to work, at least. Oh god, it's gonna be a long episode, isn't it? We are making some sort of progress, although my phone's flashlight turned on, whatever. So, I took a crack at the computer. I disconnected and reconnected everything on the motherboard, right? And when I go back to plug it in, I turn it on. I get the blue light over the HP logo, which is not here. I removed the top part. It turns red, and then it shuts off. So, why don't we take a look at this together, shall we? On second thought, we're not going to do that. Apparently, plugging it directly into the wall instead of a surge protector. Fan missing. What? Okay, so that must have been the error. I must have smashed the fan cable in there and never reconnected it. Alright, well, we'll be right back. Alright, so the computer is, oof. Ah, I've never seen that orange light before. Whatever, let's just put the top back on. Never mind, I have a keyboard plugged in. And I'm not sure if this is going to force the operating system into... Okay, then. Boot failed. Oof. Okay, here we are again. So we actually have a display, but since I messed up the CMOS settings by taking out the battery, it's, yeah, doing that now. Oh well, at least I don't depend on the server for anything, as of now. Oh, and it seems to have, caught back on with the, what do you call it? So, we're just gonna restart again. I was gonna see if I get that orange light on the HP logo. So I guess orange light means non-fatal error. Red light means either like testing or fatal error. And blue means normal operation. And if there isn't a light here, it means the system is off. And usually there'd also be an orange light. So yeah, let's go into ROM-based setup utility. This is what it looks like, everybody. Now, it's pretty standard for, especially for like an AMD processor, but I have no idea why they felt the need to animate that. So I'd like to stress that it is not the year 2010. It is 12/16/2018. Yep, it's the end of 2018, everybody. So consider okay, so the SATA controller mode is to AHCI. We want it to IDE, so I can show you that I do actually have an operating system installed on here. Which, when I first got the system, it probably had an operating system, but I pointlessly erased it. But oh well. So now that we're in IDE mode, and yes, it will do this every time you restart the computer. What? You know, for being a server, it's amazing how many times I've had to restart this thing. Because servers are generally high-powered computers that you never have to turn off. Well, it doesn't seem to want to detect my hard drives. Okay, that brings us to our next troubleshooting step. Taking a look inside of here, you may see these 4 hard drive bays. Now, possibly by reseating these things, this one's the only one that's actually screwed in. Yeah, this is the hard drive that came with the system. It is a Seagate 250 gigabyte SATA hard drive. Pretty good. It's not the most ideal thing, but it's definitely something you can work with. And now let's try taking out this hard drive. This is one that I pulled. This is one you may remember. I pulled it out in the Windows Longhorn video, but I never got it to work. So. Okay, so the boot agent, I don't care. Let's go back into that BIOS here, right? Boot settings configuration. Quick boot, splash screen. Yep, numlock, restore after, whatever. Post F1 prompt, I don't care. What we're concerned about is the boot device priority. Unfortunately for us, it still thinks there's no hard drive in here. I'm really not even sure what I'm doing anymore. This is view event log. Yeah, let's check out the system fan health. Okay, this isn't helping us at all. I am going to need something that will show me hard disks. Of course, you saw absolutely nothing that I was doing, and you've been staring at the image of this computer the entire time. We'll be right back after these messages. Alright, so where we're at now is that I'm guessing there is some disconnection in the hard drive data controller. So we're going to open the computer up here. And I did unplug the DVD drive, and I did hear hard drive spinning up. So we're going to try taking out the motherboard and putting it back in again. This is a pretty complicated process, and this is a very complicated board to work, computer to work with, actually, because it's a stupid box design. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's not really fun to work with. So basically what you have to do is you have to disconnect all these cables, including the fan one that killed it before. And then, if it comes out, of course. Now you can see the board is starting to come off. Okay, I'm starting to see where I might have messed something up. You know, this is probably not the way the cables were arranged when I first got this thing. Because from what I can gather, this thing was unused when I first got it. Didn't have any retail box or anything like that, but it did come with all the original install CDs, so I'm fine with that. So, then you gotta clear all these cables, and then the entire motherboard is all self-contained here. Including that one stick of RAM, which is expandable. Which is why this thing only has 1 GB of RAM instead of like 32 or 64 or 128. Or you get the point. Okay, let's figure out what this thing is, because I'm wondering if this might be like the SATA controller or something. I know, yeah, this goes to the disk drive. And, alright, so I'm going to need to move the case and get a better look at this board before we put it back together. Okay, so, from the looks of it, it could either be this thing or this thing, because that's disk drive. These are, I believe, the front panels. That's just a USB port. I didn't have anything plugged into that. There's a CMOS battery, and there's the fan. Although I'm not sure what that is for. This thing over here says a mini SAS, which means maybe maybe this cable was loose, and there was like maybe this is the data cable that goes to the hard drives. But I could be completely wrong because I'm not exactly sure what J50 is. So I'm going to have to do a bit more digging around the case to figure out what goes where. Well, doing that seems to have worked, but Now my operating system is crashed because it doesn't know that I have it set to RAID, and it thinks there's still IDE hard drives installed. View drive assignments. So these, let's say to 3G, whatever. So what I would like to do is do a secure erase of both of these hard drives. Y Control E, Control P. There's so many freaking things that it has to do just to erase a hard drive. Meanwhile, in Windows, I can just like erase a hard drive with 2 clicks of a button. Great. This is oh boy. Well, we have plenty of disk activity. Basically what I want to do is I want to erase my hard drives and combine them to make one big hard drive that will then run Windows Server 2003 and store a whole slew of files. I can just connect to a network I'm going to hook this up to, and then basically any computer that has wireless capabilities, and I do have a solution for non-wireless computers. Basically, anything that can connect to a Wi-Fi network will be able to connect to this server via the Windows Explorer, the Mac Finder, and basically pick a file and disconnect. Like basically just copy stuff from the server to the hard drive. However, it looks like this might take a while to even format one of my hard drives. So, we're gonna have to do another jump cut. Oh boy. Well, this was successful, but we have one issue. The back of my phone is cracked. But it isn't affecting the video, so we shall press on. Now, I'm not gonna erase the other drive. I'm going to, let's try 2. There is no any LD. Okay, Control C. So, so let's try page up and page down. It's gonna be drive 0, yes. Initialization fast, okay. Shred block, 64 kilobytes, I'm not sure what I should do about that. I've never messed with RAIDs before. Write policy, right through. So, assignment, Y. So we're gonna have 2 drives here, because that's all I have in the system. And Control Y is save. Please press Control Y to input the LD name, or press any key to exit. If you do not input any LD name, this default LD name will be used. Well, let's do that. Don't want to drop my phone or anything. Enter the LD name here. Server. I'm gonna make it like my own brand. Okay. Hang on. Okay, well, I guess I just screwed up the naming process. Fast initialization option has been selected. It will erase the MBR data of the disks. I would definitely like to erase these disks, because I'm going to reinstall the operating system as well. Okay, yeah, I still have the system disk in there. I still have the install disk in there. Yeah, I should use maximum capacity. Okay, it's going to be 500 gigabytes, I guess. Okay, yeah, that alright. Escape. I'm assuming that has created my RAID. So we're gonna go ahead and restart the computer. And I'm using a VGA cable that's missing one of the pins. The video was fine, but whenever it loses signal, it doesn't think the cable's connected. So yeah, now we wait for Windows Server to start up again. Ethernet boot. I am not going to mess with my RAIDs anymore, and I do not want to get into the BIOS yet. And here starts the drive, loud as ever, and let's pray to God that this actually frees my drive. And while we're at it, I said in the live stream that I actually bought a Christmas gift I wasn't going to show it to you. Well, this is probably going to be uploaded sometime after Christmas, so here's the big reveal. Anyways, there's the camera again. So yeah, I know you can actually see the computer, but you can't really. What am I stepping on? Oh, hey, it's plastic from one of the lights. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm gonna force you guys to watch all of this, and I'm going to disable the fast forward button right now. Of course, I'm just kidding. Why would I make? Well, first off, I can't do that. And second off, why would I want to? So let's just skip to the fun part. Of course, my flash automatically turned on. And we're back to square one with no hard drives. Great, just perfect. Yeah, okay. So, if we hit F3, we have to restart the entire computer. I'll see you once we do something. Well, I've decided if I'm going to get this done by the end of 2018, I'm probably going to stop here because the built-in RAID utility seems to suck so bad that it thinks that it wants to only use a SATA and it doesn't have the option to go to IDE, which unfortunately, if I can't go to IDE, Windows XP won't detect my drive, or Windows Server 2003 in this case. So, I'm not going to give up on this yet. I will come back to this project at some point to try and combine the two drives using some sort of RAID utility and have the operating system on there. However, I just want to get this thing back up and running and back in the spot so I can actually, kind of try and mess with it now that I actually know what I want to use it for. So, this is, I'm not going to call it quite a failure. We did do something. We're restoring it to working order now, but I guess that's it. So, thank you everybody for watching Life in the Tech House. Even though it wasn't as successful as other episodes. And I will see you all in the night sky.